What's going on, y'all? This is OneTon Uno, and you're watching Cloudy Conversations.
Alright guys, so what's going on? It's your girl Big T, OneTon Uno, and we're back with another episode of Cloudy Conversations. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And thank you, Uno, for sitting down and talking with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Of course. So for the fans who may not be aware of you or new to the channel, just go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
My name is OneTon Uno. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, artist, creative. I feel like I'm an influencer. I feel like I got influence. That's pretty much it.
All right. So you're from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, of course. Mm-hmm. So what was your life like growing up here?
My life growing up in Harrisburg, honestly, for me, I feel like it was cool. I wasn't a bad kid growing up. I was never like a discipline problem. I probably had a lot of energy, but other than that, I just remember from an early age, I just always wanted to be musical and creative. And I feel as though in my household, for me at least, that was like pushed. Like, you know what I mean? I was allowed to be myself.
Is anybody else in your family musical?
Not directly, I would say. However, that's a lie. I mean, like my sister sung. My dad, I remember he said he used to play the bass.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. But like, I feel like a lot of close friends of my family were more like that's where a lot of that influence came from.
So which school did you go to, or which area in the city did you grow up in?
So I grew up on the hill, right across the street from Boyer East baseball field, 29th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Marshall Elementary. I went to Lincoln Elementary, Marshall Elementary. Then I went to Emmanuel Baptist.
That's like a private school?
I think it's like a Catholic school.
Okay.
Like I don't even think I stayed a whole year. I just remember me being there. So I might have been in I think it might have been like 5th grade or something.
Okay.
But then I went back to Marshall, and then I moved to Baton Rouge. So
Louisiana.
Yeah.
At what age was that?
When I was 12.
Okay, so that's like right before teenage years is coming.
Yeah, but then I come back to Harrisburg
at what age?
14.
Okay.
And then I went to John Harris, and then after John Harris, in 10th grade I went to East.
So when you moved to Baton Rouge, what was that time down there like? Because that's a whole transition from north.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That makes me want to tell a story. So so my first day, so like basically my transition to Baton Rouge was like fast as like, it was super fast if I can remember. I just remember like my dad saying that he wanted me to come down there and stay with him. Mm-hmm. So I went to Baton Rouge, and then like literally we got there maybe like Sunday, could have been Saturday. You know what I mean? So Saturday I remember going to get the uniform for my school. The first time I had to wear uniforms. And then Monday I'm in class.
Damn, so you went right.
Yeah, like it was fast. So I remember being in science class, and I raised my hand to go to the bathroom, and I say, "Excuse me, can I use the lavatory?" And like the whole class just start busting out laughing, and they like, "Lavatory? We in the science lab." It was my science class, and they was like. And then my teacher, she was from New York or whatever, so she was like, no, like laboratory, it's another term for the bathroom, the restroom, you know what I mean? So I go to the bathroom and I just start crying my ass out. Like I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck I got myself into? End up going to principal office, call my dad. My dad give me a pep talk or whatever. I got through the day, but like my first day in middle school in Baton Rouge was fucking nutty.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's you didn't even get an adjustment period. Just to end up in school, like
not at all. Like I just pulled up.
Did you have any issues, or like did you find like people down there that?
That like I mean like honestly, I always been like a cool person. Like you know what I mean. Like I've never been like like a confrontational argument. Like I'm not an aggressive type of individual, so like I can really I just kind of play my part. You know what I mean? So like I never was in no type of
Situation.
no like weird situations and you know what I mean down there on that type of time. But definitely making friends was, I'm not gonna say difficult because I'm like a friendly person. So they kind of like the people that like your how they say your tribe. Yeah, like you vibe. Yeah, you vibe with your tribe. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
So why did you come back up north?
Cause I was being a little bitch. Like real shit. like real shit. Like, so basically what happened was, so like, all right, so let me backtrack a little bit. So you asked me how I was growing up. So like in my household, my mom, I'm the youngest of three.
Okay.
So like my mom kind of like pushed my passion. You know what I mean? She kind of looked at me and was like, so what you want to do? You know what I mean? And once I told her what I wanted to do, it was like, okay, we're going to feed your dream. You know what I mean? That type of shit. My dad, he was in the military.
So he's...
Yeah, like stern.
Opposite, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like super stern, super strict. Like the smartest man I know. But like at the time, me being 12, 13, like that adjustment, like coming from living with my mom, because I
free spirit versus rules. Like.
Yeah, it's like I thought I knew. It's like, and then on the other type of time, like it ain't like I ain't come from nothing. I mean, it ain't like I ain't had shit growing up, but like my dad would pull up and low key flex, like you know what I mean. So I'd be with my dad and I get to do everything. Like we going to Chuck E. Cheese, we going to the movies, we going to with my mom. My mom like, well shit, the light's about to get cut off. We going to Red Lobster. You know what I mean? Like that's like kind of how my mom worked. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like my mom was like, shit, we going to enjoy life. My dad was like, we're going to sustain, you know what I mean? Like discipline, you know what I mean? That type of shit.
So how do you think that influenced you, having two parents who were kind of like polar opposites?
I mean, like, honestly, it was cool. That's cool because you get to experience like the best of both worlds in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I said, my mom really pushed my passion. You know what I mean? Like she was the one that was like, when I remember I was 8 years old, I came to her and I was walking home from the baseball field and I seen a flyer on a telephone pole, and it was like a talent show. So I mean, I'm 8, I can read it. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
I would hope so.
Yeah, like, but it was crazy. Like I just remember, like I pulled it off the joint, went into the crib, took it to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, so you want to be in a talent show?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You got talent?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna sing." You know what I mean? And
at this point, like nobody knew that you could sing, or you kind of like, it was low key.
Like me, I don't know. Like I feel like as a kid, I was just energy. Like if I can remember, I'm the person like, I would go to Philly for my aunts and my uncles and my grandma, my cousins and everybody. That's where my mom from. But I would go to Philly and they would be like, crack a joke. You know what I mean? Like, and I would tell a joke. And I don't know how the hell I had jokes. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm winging it. Like,
but it worked.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like, and like I had neighbors that I would like talk to and I could hold conversations with them. So I don't know, it's just, I always had like, I guess charisma. You know what I mean? Like, I guess something with me that.
Stage presence.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Like you wasn't afraid to be in
exactly.
front of people.
Yeah, I always been like a light. I always been that. So it's like when I see a talent show, I just know that I want to get on stage and do something. You know what I mean? So I said I wanted to sing, and my mom was like, "All right." So I ended up placing 3rd overall in the talent show. You know
what song did you sing?
Tevin Campbell, "I Know My Redeemer Liveth."
I thought you were about to say, what's this song? Can We Talk?
Nah.
Really switched it up on niggas.
Yeah, nah, cause look, I've been in a lot of talent shows, right? Here's like a little trick. Like, if you sing a gospel song, ain't nobody gonna boo you.
That's
like you may not win,
but they ain't gonna boo
they
you.
not gonna boo you.
Ain't nobody boo the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the angle with that one. You know what I mean?
Smart. See, like I guess you've been ahead of your time for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, like that type shit.
So now you said I was around like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So and was that your first talent show?
Yeah, that was my first talent show.
And from that experience, like, what did you gain? What did you learn about yourself?
That I had heart. And kind of like early on, and let me mind you, like, and I'm not even gonna lie on the camera or nothing, like, so like I said, I placed third. It wasn't no third. I was a finalist. Okay.
An honorable mention.
Yeah, like like I was a finalist, so it was only 3 finalists. You feel me? And I ended up the name of the talent show, and I feel like we in Harrisburg we gotta bring like talent shows back and like bring like creative shit where people can like exercise like, you know what I mean, their abilities and show and like people support, you know what I mean? So like at the time this was this thing called Bridging the Gap. So if you don't know about Harrisburg, at one point in time it was some weird type of, or it still maybe is, I don't freaking know, but uptown, the hill, like, you know, sectionalized type shit, you feel me? So I guess maybe in the 80s, maybe in the 90s, I don't know when, who was the mayor, I know Stephen Reed was the mayor, but but they had this joint, it was called Bridging the Gap. It was a talent show. So they had a talent show at the YMCA, and they picked me and 2 other people to go to the State Street Bridge and do a talent show. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it was as the finalists. So like the people that won, they was a group. They was like brothers and sisters or whatever. And I remember they had a brother that passed away, but they was the people that won. It was somebody else that did something, and I just remember that I was singing. But yeah, so yeah, I did come in third, but it wasn't like a third place prize. You know what I mean? They had a first and second place prize. They didn't have a third place prize. But I found out that I was fearless and I had heart. You know what I mean? Like. And I liked entertaining. Hey, that's what I found out about myself from the first one.
And after that, how did you handle your interest in music? Did you continue to like enter yourself in talent shows? Did you start to like actually start singing around the house? Like
yeah, so like I don't know. So like I can even backtrack a little bit before that, cause I'm an '80s baby. So we had a videotape of me being 4 years old. And I remember we was at like one of my uncles, like job cookout type of joints, or maybe it was like a family type of joint. But I remember I had a freaking inflatable microphone in my hand at 4 years old, and I don't know why I had an inflatable microphone. You know what I mean? It's shit, it's shit like that where like I don't know what it is. It's just something that was always in me. So like, but after the talent show, the first one, I was already writing songs at 6. Like I wrote my first song like at 6. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was just always writing. Like, just always writing and just trying to figure it out.
And were you always a singer, or you was trying to be a rapper at one point too?
Oh, nah, so like I said, I call myself more like a songwriter. You know what I mean? Because I always had songs. Always had songs. So, that was my thing. Like, I always had songs. Whether it was singing or rapping, I could always figure out songs. Like that was my thing. That's always been my thing. So like I'll be honest, what I realized, there's another gem, like singers and rappers, if you indecisive, like, you know what I mean, like little shit like this. So like what you gotta know is, as a rapper, people gotta stop and listen to you. Like they gotta stop and listen. As a singer, the moment you open your mouth, you're judged. Like, you know what I mean? Like the moment
that
you go,
yeah.
that first note, if it's shaky, get him out of here. You know what I mean? But like as a rapper, people gotta stop and listen. So, you know what I mean? Like it takes a little bit more confidence to kind of be a singer. You know what I mean? Like it takes a little bit more confidence. You know what I mean? Because you gotta be secure in that. You know what I mean? Like, so I used to have my bro Sean that used to sing. And when I used to do shows, he would come out and like draw the crowd, and then I'd come out and I'd rap. But yeah, I was a rapper type of individual for a minute, because I wasn't that confident about my vocals. Like you end up, because what happens is when you start doing stuff creatively, you end up meeting people, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said, I have a lot of close friends of my family that have been making music their whole life, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's like I felt intimidated. And I used to do like little shit, like I would open my mouth to sing and like go,
Ain't shit coming out.
yeah. Like, yeah, nah, I ain't really mean that.
I'm just playing.
I'm just playing. I'll bar you up though. And then, come out with some shit. But yeah.
So when it comes to like your writing and preparing the craft, how do you approach that? Because you said you always writing, but you also have wordplay. So do you find yourself like just turning anything into a song, or do you be like, nah, I gotta make this a rap? Like this part gotta.
All right, so like, with the music is always the beat. The beat tell you what to do. For me, but I do also believe that I can make a song about anything. But I'll also say this: sometimes I can't make a song about anything. And what I mean by that is like, I feel like when I be effortlessly trying to rap, like, you know what I mean, like, or like make a song about anything, like right now, like I'm looking around the room, you know, lights, bright, lights. Yeah, I'm shining in the light. You know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, but like, yeah, but when it come down to actually, am I gonna put that on a record? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like you can make a song about anything.
But is it working?
Yeah, but is it a market for everything? You know what I mean? Is that who do you want to be known as the boy that raps about or talks about anything? You know what I mean? Or do you want to be known as somebody that talks about something?
Yeah, I'm saying, and I guess it kind of like makes your sound, the statement you just made as far as like the beat tells you what to do makes a lot of sense to your sound, because when going through and listening to your music, of course it's like a singing bass, but some of it's like pop, some of it's like R&B. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just that one defined sound. So that's what was really surprising for me, was the versatility in the singing and the range of the music that it gave.
Thank you.
Is that intentional, or like you said, you really just whatever you feel?
Nah,
you do?
it's whatever I feel, because I'm so like seasoned. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got over kind of the like trying to identify myself as a specific type of artist. You know what I mean? Like, I just am. You know what I mean? Like I just am. You know what I mean? Like, what I create is what I create. Some days I feel like rapping, some days I feel like singing. You know what I mean? And it's that at this point.
Now, when you listen to your music, it would seem like you're a ladies' man. Like, you make music for ladies, to get the ladies. Like, that's your base crowd. Is that a fair assumption?
Nah. I mean, like, my last project, for sure. But that was only because I was leaning more into like the R&B side. But overall, I would classify my overall sound as like affirmation music. Like overall. Like that's like I'm gonna be honest, it's hard for somebody like me to not be kind of like true to myself. You know what I mean? So like, if I make a love song, then it's probably because I'm in love. You know what I mean? If I make a heartbreak song, it's probably because I'm yeah, you know what I mean? If I but the more consistent angle in my music has been like, you're going to be something, you are great, you can strive, you can conquer, believe in yourself. That's the overall theme, and that's really the message and the mission of, I guess, OneTon Uno. You know what I mean? Is to bring more happiness than sadness. You know what I mean? To bring more love than hate. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, because the music, like you said, the beat, the wordplay, it's like just letting your stuff play on shuffle was still the same. I would never went down for real. I was like, okay, bounce here, different bounce. Okay, take it a little slower.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm going back up now.
Yeah.
So it was a refreshing feel. Like, that's why I was really enjoying when I was doing my research.
Thank you.
Now, one thing that your friend and guest of the show, Drew Tyrell, said is that you have the talent, you just aren't applying the pressure that you need to, per se.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And if so, why do you think that's like?
All right, so yeah, that's definitely correct. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's for everybody. You know what I mean? And not to like deflect away from myself. You know what I mean? But I think everybody isn't doing everything that they can to put themselves to the maximum position. You know what I mean? I believe that for everybody. I think a lot of people, and myself included in this, life experiences kind of, so like I call it, what I say to myself is that I want to go back to like having childhood inhibitions. Like, because as a kid, if somebody told you that it was like a candy bar at the top of a 100-foot tree, you climbing up that 100-foot tree and you getting that candy bar. You're not thinking about falling, you're not thinking about no risk, you're not thinking about, you just doing it. You know what I mean? As an adult, you start calculating risks. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And when you start calculating risks, you know what I mean, and basically through life experiences, failing and trying and failing, sometimes you get a little bit off your shit. You know what I mean? And I can be honest, that's something that I'm more recently overcoming. Like I'm really coming out of that playing the background state. But in that aspect, it's also, you got to remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So it's like, sometimes I am hesitant at pushing the button to make it feel like it is as big as I know I can be, because I may not be prepared for the reaction that I get. You know what I mean? So it's a little head game that I be head.
But you may not ever be prepared. Like, what you deem as being prepared, you probably could have already had it. You know what I'm saying? The mindset, the mentality, the work ethic already instilled in you. It just a situation, like you said, the opportunity didn't come. But the only person stopping the opportunity,
it's yourself. You know what I mean? 100%. And the caveat off of that, just being more calculated. Knowing, like I think before the camera got cut on, we was talking about like funding and budget. You know what I mean? I'm still like I'm 36. You know what I mean? I'm put that out there. You know what I mean? I'm not disguising nothing. Like I'm seasoned. You know what I mean? Like, listen to my shit. I'm seasoned. So it's like I understand shit on a different level. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't waste your time trying to half-ass some shit. You know what I mean? Really try to calculate that shit. You know what I mean? Like, be on that type of time.
Definitely agree. And you know, with that being said, you did just recently release a new album, Laws of Attraction. That's 14 tracks on there, one feature, which was Drew himself.
It's my bro.
What has the feedback been on that project?
Yo, honestly, I'm surprised. Like, cause I be low key and like I ain't really put too much promotion in it, but it was more pressure from the people around me. Like, bro, like you got shit in the vote. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I am, like I said, putting the wheels in motion to make it big. So it's been great. Like, fire emojis. You know what I mean? But like, people hit me up in the morning, like telling me like I'm like, this is this. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this song is this. Like, when somebody hit me up, I remember it was like the art of songwriting, like track 3. Like I forget what song that is, but I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like little joints like that. So like, I can also say my fan base at this moment, because I'm more on the the lower level, I don't really be putting too much promotion into my shit like that. But it's the people that I know. So it's the people that I know and the people that I really interact with. And as I grow, I want that to be the people that are my fans. You know what I mean? I want my fans to feel like family. I want my fans to feel like friends. I don't want them to feel like they're fans or they're groupies or whatever. You know what I mean? I want to be intimate with the people that support me. So reach out. But yeah, it's been really positive. Really positive. I can think of at least 10 to 15 phone calls on a personal level that I've received after I put that out. So all great reception.
How long did it take to put that project together? I know you said you had, stuff from the vault, but did you like go and put anything new down and have a freshening feel, or you literally just took the stuff you've been sitting on?
So like, nah, that joint took about 6 months.
Okay.
Shout out to Ron G's. Ron started pulling up to the studio, and
Ron's the producer.
yeah. Ron started putting up to the studio, and he started emailing niggas beats and giving niggas beats and letting niggas rock out. You know what I mean? And, that's real shit. And because of that, I was able to channel that energy based upon what I was going through in my life. And yeah, shout out to Ron. Also Vaughn also. Vaughn made it. Yeah, he.
Shout out to both of them guys.
Yeah, they're the reason why. Their energy is the reason why that joint was created as far as production goes. Yeah.
It was a well put together project.
Thank you.
And I was happy that it wasn't like just a short listen, you know what I'm saying? Like I could let it play and it still, come back like a couple minutes later and it's still playing. So what's your favorite track off of there?
Chemistry. My favorite track is Chemistry because I felt like when I made Chemistry, I felt like I made a hit song. Like, I don't know if it is a hit song or will be, but I feel like when I made that song, I felt like...
That's the one.
Yeah, it was like... Yeah. like that was the one to be... Like, and lyrically, it was kind of effortless. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like the words just came to me. You know what I mean? So, like that's definitely my favorite song on it.
Can we expect any visuals from that project?
Yes, for sure.
All right, and then in 2022 you dropped the EP One Love. What was the energy behind that one? Because it was only a five track EP, and it was kind of entitled One Love. So when you were creating that, what was your mindset?
So the title came from me and the producer linking up. So the producer of that EP, his name is I Love You. So when me and him linked up, he makes he's like a sound designer. So he likes manipulates synthesized sounds and shit. So he real nice at that. So like we just start cooking up, and that's how it came together. Cause I'm Uno, you know what I mean. OneTon Uno, and he's I Love You. He's George, you know what I mean. But yeah, that was just me trying to be a little bit more experimental, and also like producing content, because I don't know if I'm the only artist like that, but I know I'm not, so I don't even know why I said that. But like, I don't know if I'm the only person like this, but I'm always creating. You know what I mean? I'm always creating. You know what I mean? And I do establish a big folder of content. You know what I mean? So sometimes it does become a backlog of content. You know what I mean? And yeah, so like, that's just was me trying to like be relevant, you know what I mean? Like be in the now, you know what I mean? Be continuously pushing my edge and continuously finding my sound and continuously putting something out that people can digest.
Yeah, because excuse me, that was listed under pop, which again isn't like your bass sound, but
Yeah.
It wasn't something that seemed like you haven't been doing it for years.
Yeah.
So that link up is what created, you going into that direction.
Yeah, and like I said, like I have a natural energy. Like I realized, like I'm a commercial nigga. Like so like growing up, and I don't even know if people even realize this, but I'ma just say it. So like people categorize music, you know what I mean? Like especially hip hop music, you know what I mean? Like, and it may like just because you rap doesn't mean you rap like somebody else rap. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like Lil Baby. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like yeah, exactly. And because of my upbringing, you know what I mean? Because I was raised well. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I was protected and I was shielded. You know what I mean? Like by the Lord. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say not by my parents, but by the Lord. Because I had mad opportunities to just fuck my shit up. You know what I mean? And I have fucked up in multiple ways within my life. You know what I mean? But I just never was no knucklehead. So it's certain lingo, certain slang, certain shit that I just don't identify with. You know what I mean? And so like my music has never been
that.
yeah, like it's never been that. You know what I mean? So like I've always been back to the talent show shit. I've been winning. Like I won talent shows. Like that was a thing. Like when I was growing up, they had talent shows. I won them bitches. Like like you know what I mean? Like I wasn't just in them bitches. I won them Jones. You know what I mean? So it was like it's that type shit. But it's because of the energy. It's because of that more commercialism aspect to my music. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I
Because you
am.
lived in a time and started doing music at a time, excuse me, where there was no social media, where there wasn't no short frame content, where you had to have stage presence, where you really had to win the crowd over because that was the only time that they seen you. So, like you said, you just stayed true to yourself and just transitioned throughout the years, which is a compliment to your artistry because, again, you could have tried to adapt to what's cool, what's hip, and be on that wave, but that's not authentic to you, so it would have never really took you where you trying to go or where you can go.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, it's like it's see-through, and it don't like it like not is it not authentic? It doesn't feel authentic. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something about my music that I want to remain consistent. That it feels authentic. Like I don't want it to sound like I'm reaching to try to sound like a thug, or I'm reaching to try to sound like a sex symbol, or like I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? I want it to sound like a regular nigga making dope music. You know what I mean? Like I want it to sound like that. I want it to sound like your average person, you know what I mean, making dope music.
I think you're definitely succeeding with that.
Thank you.
And then, so let's transition to the first album, which came out in 2020, and it was titled Dumb Heart.
Yeah.
That one had no features, which I noticed pretty much out of all your like projects, the only feature that was on there was on the recent one, and that was Drew. So are you mindful like of like just how you present yourself in the album form, or do you do features? Like, what's your mindset on that?
I feel like I'm gonna give you a real ass answer. Like you asked me that, and my brain said, like, just be real. The truth of the matter is, I'm like the name Uno identifies with me. I like so much. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like odd. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to me making music, I feel like ultimately, to be honest, is me trying to prove myself. Like I don't know what I'm trying to prove. Like I just know that like it's like I'm focused on this. So like Dumb Heart, I made all them beats. I was just in a space to where like I said, I built up content and I had to put it out. And that's what a lot of it is. I'm an engineer also, but me being an engineer doesn't necessarily mean that I work with all the artists that I engineer. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a lot of times I just be by myself creating music. You know what I mean? And then when it comes down to put it out, I put it out. But if I'm being honest with myself, it's because I'm trying to prove that I'm capable. Like I don't need a crutch. I don't need an anchor. You know what I mean? Like I'm the one. Like I'm the one. You know what I mean? But however, I am mindful of the people that I work with, and I am mindful of the need to work with other people, and I am currently working on some shit with other people. You know what I mean? And I do have I do have other content out where I have collaborated with people, but when it comes to my shit, it's just been like, my shit, put it out. You know what I mean? This is me, put it out. You know what I mean? Like I'm not waiting
about for the next nigga to try to hop on.
Yeah, because on some G shit, like it's also multiple factors. People don't work the same as you. They don't work at the same pace as me.
That's a fact.
Like so, like if I have the capability of being in the studio 24 hours a day, you know what I mean? Like I can just fucking create. Like you know what I mean? Like I can just create. You know what I mean?
Really no time to have to
like I'm
about other people.
Yeah, and I rap, I sing, I make beats, I engineer. Like you know what I mean? It's like
who do I need?
Yeah, it's like it really do come down to that. Like it really do come down to that. And Like, I don't know how that's perceived by other people, but that's what it come down to.
It's
Like,
just the efficiency. It
yeah,
allows you to, like you said, work at a pace that is best suited for you, and to kind
yeah.
of, whenever you're working in the team aspect, regardless of if you know the person or not, it creates a sense of, not, I don't even know the word, but it's like you have to now be considerate of somebody else's thoughts, somebody else's
So,
wants. So it's like impacting
so
the
look,
process.
so look. The only reason why Drew is even on Island, like the only reason, right, is because I'm so authentic to myself. I'm listening to the beat and I'm like, this beat's hard, but it's like an Afro, like pop type beat. You know what I mean? And I'm not an islander. You know what I mean? I think I heard that my grandpa from Cuba, but that doesn't quantify. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, Drew family from the islands. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, like, let me get Drew to do the hook because it's authentic to Drew. You know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't authentic to me. Like, that's the only reason why he's even on that song. And it's not to say that, like, man, well, we've done other stuff together, but it's just, that's how that is. Like, it was just like, yo, bro.
It made most sense.
Yeah, like I'm not, cause like I said, I don't want to sound corny. So it's like, nigga, if I get on this joint and I start saying this with this accent, I feel like I'm about to play myself. Like, bro, you naturally, like you naturally got that. So what's up? So yeah, but Dumb Heart produced by me. Yeah, like just all Uno. Like, damn, when I think of like, damn, this shit making me think. Like,
I said, I didn't even know that was all self-produced.
oh, you didn't? Yeah, so like, that's the thing, like, and that's how I feel like even our studio work. You know what I mean? Like, our studio work, because you gotta know, you feel me? Like, you gotta know people to even come around. Like, you know what I mean? Like
It
it's,
gets to pull up and
yeah, it's not that. You know what I mean? So like, so yeah, it's like I don't promote myself in that capacity. Back to what Drew saying, like nigga, nigga, push that shit, push that line, like let people know that nigga, you you know what I mean? But it's for me, I'm more casually, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not competitive, I'm confident. You know what I mean? Like, it's that. Like, I'm not competitive, I'm confident. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do the best I can because I know I'm gonna do my best. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
That pretty much answered my next question, because I was going to ask, like, you know, why do you think you haven't like fully applied yourself? But if you're not trying to be competitive in it, it doesn't create that sense of urgency.
Like, I make music, like, and and I've experienced a lot of experiences throughout me making music. Like, we haven't touched on, you know what I mean, a lot of that in this interview. I don't know if we will, but you know what I mean?
You can speak to it now.
So like, to talk that shit down. Well, yeah, so basically, like, when I was 14 years old, I had this song, like, I entered a talent show, John Harris, I entered a talent show, and I had this song, it was called Just Shake It, and I made it to the Mystical beat. So like, Shake It Fast, that's the beat, you know what I mean? So like, I just remember me writing that joint, performing that joint, and when I perform that joint, I kill it. Like, I kill it. And at the time, it's not social media on that type of time. The internet had existed, but it's AOL.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
so that shit up, can't use the phone.
Yeah, so like, in our city, I don't know, it just always felt like, it always felt like a popularity contest.
It is.
Like, I don't know why, like, but it always feel like that. You know what I mean? So like, it's kind of like, for some reason, God had ordained me to break through the popularity shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, cause like I said, I'm not no street boy. Like, I'm not from over there. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I can't really explain it. I'm not from the hood, but it wasn't good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like really low middle class. You feel what I'm saying? Single parent home, you know, like house, you know what I mean? That type shit. So like, but it's like, I'm not I wasn't an athletic child. I played baseball. I did get good at baseball, but like that wasn't my thing. I always made music. You know what I mean?
That was your it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's my thing. So like I get on stage, I kill it, bing. Like people go home, and there's a talent show that day, gong show that night. So people go home and they tell people how well I did at the fucking talent show in the morning. So they come back to the gong show at night. You feel what I'm saying? And I kill it again. You feel what I'm saying? So from then I ended up doing like a series of like the Black History Month showcases that was like really popping in our area. You know what I mean? And then I end up on 106 in Park. You know what I mean? Because just like
I love that show.
like I was on 106 in Park and shit. And I end up going to fucking so I even elaborate on that. Like, so even that's just God. Like, it's just like ordained timing type shit. I go to 106 in Park. My mom, like I said, she is my manager. Like we go up there because like we moving. I got my press kit, I got my CDs, I got my shirts, I got my flyers, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's my mom. Because I don't know none of this. My mom was my mom. Like I don't know, my mom was a G. Like my mom just had like any ounce of charisma that I got it from I ain't gonna say I got it from my mom, but cause my dad super charismatic too. But it's the perfect combination of like charismatic individuals. You know what I mean? So like she gonna sell you on some shit. And at the time she's selling you on me. So we go up there, we passing out CDs, flyers, fucking t-shirts and shit. And we in the line and backtrack. AJ from 106 in Park, his mom was my high school principal.
Oh shit.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out Miss Calloway. And shout out AJ too. So basically like God would have it, 2 weeks before that, AJ come to the school. And I get pulled out of class because Miss Calloway know that I'm in the music or whatever, and I get to meet him in the office. So we just talking, and he's like, yeah, so if you ever come up to New York, you know what I mean, just make yourself be seen, or however the fuck he said it, excuse my language. But what happens is, coincidentally, we had already booked tickets to just go up there. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, just, like, you know what I mean? Like, we already booked tickets to just go to 106 in Park. You feel what I'm saying? So, he say, when I get up there, make yourself be seen. So we get up there, I make myself be seen, and I get my little 15 seconds, 15 minutes of fame or whatever. So, like, the crazy thing is, now that I'm looking back, it's like...
What did you do? Are you sing on there?
I rap. Yeah, I rap. So, like, I went by the name of K-Rhyme at the time, you know what I mean? I had a website and everything, like, Wayback Machine on the internet. Like, I don't know if people ever use the Wayback Time Machine on the internet, but I want people to validate this. It's a time machine joint. If you type in Wayback Time Machine, it'll pull up every archive website that ever existed. You know what I mean? So if you type in the name of something, it'll pop up. I had a website when I was 15 years old. So 15 years old is what, 2003, 2? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? like early, really trying to push, pushing myself. krhyme.com, k-rhyme.com. So basically we get up there, the show open up, and all you see is my flyers and t-shirts. Like, I'm somebody, I don't know, it's just God working. AJ see the shit. He see me in the crowd. He's like, oh shit, shout out to young bull. He go to my mom high school. He be rapping or whatever. It's no celebrity guest that day. So they called me on the stage to do like a verse. Like, you know what I mean? So I spit my verse.
Did you kill it?
Look. And I like...
I'm trying to find that.
Like, look.
For the
like,
interview.
Yeah, like, nah, real shit. I don't know if it need to be out there because, like, you know what I mean? But this is like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I felt like, and this is something in my head, I feel like I always achieved the top level of local. Like, whatever that shit is, I do that, and I can't get over that other hurdle. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, but it really is the marketing and the promotion, you know what I mean? The work ethic as an artist you gotta put into this shit, you know what I mean? You gotta have a bag to support this shit. Like, you can't just sit here and do this shit blindly. So, I rap it right now. I remember what I said. So, we off air, and and they asked me to come up on stage. So I come up on stage, and the stage manager there, Free and AJ, and they like, do you have something that you can rap? So I'm like, yeah. So I was preparing. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Just like, if it ever happened, I'm gonna be ready for it. You know what I mean? So like, look, I'm 14, 15 years old, and this is the verse that I was supposed to say on 106 in Park. This is the verse. Let my boys tell it I'm ridiculous. Have you scratching your head like your mind got syphilis. Y'all know I'm venomous. Get you for your Timberlands. Mess around, beat your whole club up like Timberland. Speculation ending it. Leave you where you land at. I prove any and everybody wrong that say I can't rap. Hazardous, so stand back. Approach with caution. I'm sick to myself, but I make y'all nauseous, dog. I melt tracks cause my flow's so toxic. And they think they can battle the kid. You would think I'm a baby the way I be rattling heads. Spit oceans, my flow's so deep. They got dudes that want to be you to say they got beat by me. Wait till it hit the streets and then it get dark. Your life going countdown like 106 in Park. Like, that's what I was supposed to say.
What did you say?
I was supposed to, so I say it, right? And they like, okay. But like, do you have anything more positive? And I'm like, but you gotta think at the time, like, I always looked like a young nigga. My image has always been like wholesome, you know what I mean? So like, I could really rap though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could like,
that shit was hard.
like, you know, but like as a young, like, so I could really rap, like, but because I made a catchy song, because I understood, or just naturally, I'm a charismatic person, commercialism, it just come with me, that overshadowed if people was even looking at the fact that I could rap and that I was getting older and or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So like, the verse that I did say was some like poetic shit. It was like the rise and the fall of the Roman Empire leading up to the fall of the Twin Towers. Think about it. Why you never hear nothing rise? Be confident. Just keep your head to the skies and start believing in yourself and doing what you want. Doing what you do and start meaning what you talk. A whole new lifestyle can start rising up. Best believe that too much is never enough. You gotta stay on your grind and never let up. You gotta keep working and never give up. So if at first you don't succeed, don't let up. Be real and just keep your head up. I think that's what I said.
That was still hard thing.
But nah, like you gotta think, like I have felt like I calculated that verse.
Like, it was like I had it.
Like if you let me say that on the air, they gonna look at me, they gonna hear these, they gonna be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, cause I didn't, the concept of writing, how can I say, like, song, I hadn't, at the time in my life, I didn't understand tailoring a song about kind of like more of an energy. Like, you feel me? Like, it was more of a concept type of thing. And like how can I say, like, being positive wasn't a concept that I had written about. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that was like a poetry, that drawing was a poetry drawing that I turned into a rap because I had said it at some like poetry jam or something. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that. But yeah, so that happened. And then after that, we go to like all the labels passing out the Jones, and I opened up for a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I did.
So you was really pretty much on the grind, trying to, you know.
Yeah, as a young boy.
Doing what you were supposed to do at that time.
Yeah, as a young boy, like opened up for a bunch of people. Like at that time, 2002, 2005, like any artist that came to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, I was on that show. And shout out to, and rest in peace to Dwayne Muhammad. That was just like, that was the promoter that believed in me and was putting me on everything. You know what I mean? Like, shows that people was paying for to get on, you know what I mean? He was like, if you can get here, you can be on it. You know what I mean? Like, I opened for B2K because he was like, nigga, I'm in Pittsburgh, we got a slot. Like, come up here. You know what I mean? No charge. If you can get here,
you can perform.
Like, and I went out front. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop playing with me. Like, I went out front for real. Like, I went out front of Giant. I went out front of Giant on Union Deposit and was selling my CDs for fucking $10. You know what I mean? Because my mom was like, I don't got the bread. You know what I mean? Because I used to stay in Eagle Crest over there. That's one thing east. You know what I mean? My mom was like, I don't got the bread. If you can come up with the bread, you know what I mean? The fucking, to get to fucking Pittsburgh, we can go. You know what I mean? Cause bro, he had a hotel room at the W, like everything. All I had to do was get there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like bro, if you can get there. So basically, I had a fucking 3-track demo. I go out front of Union Deposit, the Giant on Union Deposit, and I got fucking a 3-track demo with CDs and shit, and I sell 20 of them bitches for $10, get $200, and we go to motherfucking Pittsburgh. Like it was like stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like at that point in my life, the energy and the effort, like I said, that childhood inhibition shit, you know what I mean? That shit's real, because I didn't feel like I could fail. I felt like I could conquer everything, you know what I mean? And then life hit, and then sometimes you just got to take a step back, you know what I mean?
Definitely understand that. So with all those accomplishments under your belt, the ability to still write, the pen's there, what's your goal in this? Like, what are you trying to do?
Overall, one thing that I came to grips with is that I'm gonna make music for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? Another thing that I have a hard time coming to grips with is that I'm really as dope as I think I am. Like for real, like I have a hard time coming, like, and cause they say in order to manifest something, you gotta believe in it wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I haven't overcome my hurdle into, like, I guess stardom or virality or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean, you want to say, is because I still have that overarching thought in my head, like I'm not as dope as I think I am. But the truth of the matter is, you hear my music, you're gonna love it. Like, it don't matter who you are, what type, you know what I mean? Like, I got something for everybody, you know what I mean? Because God made me commercial. God made me user friendly. You feel me? He made me easily digestible. You know what I mean? And like that's the blessing that come with OneTon Uno. You know what I mean?
So in 2023, what else should we be on the lookout for?
I got some videos coming. I got this interview coming.
Facts.
I got trying to figure out. Fuck it. I got 2 other projects coming this year.
Okay,
So
exactly.
Exactly. So like, but look though, I'm gonna tell you the names too. I'm gonna tell you the names. The first one is called "Fuck Niggas, God Got Me," and that one it's more like, I don't know, like you gotta listen to it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's more on the hip hop side. It's not singing. You know what I mean? It's not R&B. That's me rapping. And then I got another joint called 1126, and 1126, I call it that 1126 because it's 11 songs and it's 26 minutes of music. So that's what that is. I'm not promising videos for all of that, cause that's a lot. Like, I'm just me, and you know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, ain't no budget behind me but me. You know what I mean? Like, so all that. But at the end of the day, I got that coming, and 1126. I think all of that is produced by me. Fuck Niggas, God Got Me. That's produced by Von Made It. Like, we got together and he flipped a bunch of beats that I had made and made it into like some shit that really sound like what I wanted it to sound like. And yeah, that's coming. And that's coming this year.
All right. So in closing, what do you want the fans to take away from this interview?
That never give up. Like, never give up on your dreams. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that can happen when you working at something, like, or trying to get better at something or good at something, is that you gonna get better. You know what I mean? Like, so like, it's that's like the worst thing that can happen from being persistent at your dream. You gonna get better. You know what I mean? Like, if on that baseline level, if you don't set any expectations with it, you're just gonna get really good at it. Like, you know what I mean? Because you just kept working on it. So just be persistent and keep working at your dreams and your goals. You know what I mean?
whether or not, and be happy with whether or not success comes in the magnitude that you want it to, or when you want it to.
That's key.
You know what I mean? Like, just keep working. You know what I mean? Just keep working. And like I said, because in that case, the worst that can happen is you just going to be really good at it. You know what I mean? Like, if you be a plumber for fucking 25 years, you're going to be fucking a damn good plumber. You should be, unless you was just half-assing. But that's another conversation.
Definitely.
It's another cloudy conversation.
Another cloudy conversation. Again, we would love to have you. This was a great sit-down interview. We want to thank you and all the fans tuning in. It's your girl, Big T, OneTon Uno, Cloudy Conversations, and we are out.